I would ask if Mr. Russell Zephyr would give us a morning prayer.
All right.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to greet you all today with a handshake and appreciate your vote yesterday. Today is a nice day. We're getting a lot of moisture out there. We appreciate that. I'd like to say, Tankashla, thank you for this day. We thank you for the moisture. We thank you for our family, our friends, our relatives. We pray for the sick, the elderly, the youth, and especially pray for those that are in harm's way and the veterans. I pray that we have a successful, productive day today, and all that needs to be accomplished will be accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that morning prayer. I would ask Senator Kevin Killer if he would give us words of encouragement, please.
Okay, cool. This moves. Hamadak Yapi, Maka Ikilia, Hime, Chante Washde Nape, Chizapilo. I just want to say thank you first to, all of you, because I was thinking about it on the drive over and understanding, all the roles that you play, in your communities as not only elected officials, but as, mothers and fathers, grandparents, sisters and brothers, aunties and uncles, and sons and daughters, and I've been involved in various aspects with politics since 2004. With Senator Daschle's campaign. That was my very first campaign, actually 2002. But from that experience is that all as elected officials, it's hard to take time for self-care, and just to really care about yourself, your needs, and your health. Because I was thinking about when I first came to get involved in politics, I was, I think, 170 pounds, and now I'm like up to 250, and it's like geez, what kind of thing is that where you put on that much stress, and all that kind of stuff, and part of it is what you eat, but part of it too is the fact of caring for yourself enough to eat healthy and to take care of yourself for your community, because a lot of people support us and look at us as leaders, and just understanding how do we need to move forward, move our communities forward, because half and the thing that as council people, I always try to stress to my legislative colleagues that half of our population is under the age of 22, and so that's a huge number, and that and just making and I know we all talk about that, but just always being mindful of that and understanding that, and that's something that I really connected with the past couple of years, and I've been able to Sundance and all that, and just pray for our community, pray for our people, and pray for that we continue to move forward in a good way, because it's times are tough, especially with all these problems coming to our communities, newfound problems. We never had a meth epidemic 10 years ago when Senator Johnson was in office, or Daschle, and so all these problems, they evolve over time, and just understanding that what people are watching here, they're trying to do in other places and other reservations. And I had a chance to visit with one of the councilmen before, and about just new developments, and understanding how do we understand pain management, and with this cannabis oil bill passing recently, Councilman Meeks was the one that kind of proposed that, about how do we look at other tribes to learn from that, and just, being able to go and generate ideas, because that's what our community needs is those kind of possibilities, but also the fact that, us as Lakotas, as a Wallace, we've always been leaders. So making sure that, we're at the forefront of a lot of this. So, so I do, appreciate every single one of you and the leadership that you bring to your communities in whatever aspect, whatever form, how our Tioshpais look at you, our Tiwahis look at us as our communities, and understanding, what does that mean, for the next 7 generations. And, I think that's something with decision making, and, I've been all over the world, in my role as a legislator, and actually I just got asked to go to Europe, to go talk to Roma youth, in Romania. And, one of the things that I always tell them is about that story is when I was in Ecuador, and 2 times actually, 2 times it happened to me. And I was in Ecuador and Australia. One, the first time, I was actually on the I'll go to college board. And, I was a student board rep. And so President Shortbull, let me go with the group to Australia. And I just ended up talking to a cab driver from Africa. And, and I mentioned Crazy Horse. And he knew who Crazy Horse was, and that's crazy to think about that. Like somebody in Australia who was African knew who Crazy Horse was, and that's the kind of leadership that we have. That's the kind of leadership we're capable of. And the other time too was in Ecuador. I was in the middle of the jungle with Donna Harris, who did a lot of stuff, was married to Senator Fred Harris. She was native from Oklahoma, but she had a leadership program. And she was, she just kind of helped get us down to Ecuador to, explore indigenous leadership principles and ideas, and understanding how, how does that impact our communities. And, one of the things that, I was, and to get to this place we were staying in Ecuador, you had to actually, you had to take a bus from Quito, Ecuador. Quito is like right on the equator, the 0 equator. And then from there, from Quito, you had to take a bus by 5 hours to get to this little spot. And, to get to this little spot, you had to take a Cessna plane, a whole hour to get to this dirt runway. You landed, and there was an indigenous community to meet you there. And it was on, the dirt runway. And then you got on a boat to go like a whole hour to get to the place where you were staying at. And so, and I started talking to this guide about, my community, Pine Ridge, all that kind of stuff, and it didn't really relate. But as soon as you said Crazy Horse, that was the thing that he related to. And so, in both of those instances, they knew who Crazy Horse was, and that's in the middle of the jungle in Australia and continents. So that's the kind of leadership, that I really think about, every single day, and, what I'm, proud that we come from, and what we all represent, and who we are as community members, and just, what we're going to leave for our future communities. Because, Crazy Horse's leadership is still remembered 200, 300 years later, and that's something that I just want to, think about. And I just, again, thank you for all you do, for your communities and for us. I know it's hard. I know it's a difficult thing to be at some of these meetings to make the decisions you do, because, at the Senate level, I kind of understand that, but not on the everyday level, because, you all have to face it every single day. So that's, I really want to say thank you and pray for, I'm going to just really offer my prayers when the next time I get to pray for you guys. So Plumnia Chairman Weston, for all your leadership as well, and Secretary Solomon, thank you for everything you do, and all your service for a lot of our communities, and I just appreciate every single one of you. So,
Thank you very much.
and if there's any legislative questions, let me know. So.
You will have your chance, believe me. No. But we will do that later. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you. With that, we roll on, we move on and open our session and do a roll call vote.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Oh,
Jim Meeks.
yes.
Craig Dillon. Cora Whitehorse. Here. Stanley Little White Man.
Present.
Austin Watkins is excused. Chancey Wilson.
Here.
Stephanie Leisure.
Here.
Valentina Mardanian.
Present.
Lydia Bearkiller,
Here.
James Cross,
Present.
Ella Giancarlo,
Here.
Richard Greenwald,
Here.
Robin Tapio,
Present.
Philip Goodcrow,
Out.
David Poyer, Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Here.
Jackie Sears,
Here.
Colin C.J. Clifford is excused. Lisa Jumpin Eagle De Leon will be late. We have a quorum of 18.
We have a quorum of 18. 17? I don't know if she counted them. 17, she said this time. So we are still legal. Before we approve the agenda, we need to go around to each committee and see if there's some 2/3 agenda items that need to be added on to. I know we talked about some issues yesterday, some pressing issues, and there's some not so pressing. But we'll start with the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first item that we have is the Election Commission. This was passed last 2 weeks ago at the finance meeting to 2/3 them on regarding their budget. So I'll make a motion to add the Election Commission to the agenda.
Motion by Cora Whitehorse to add the Election Commission onto the 2/3 agenda, seconded by Jackie Sears. Call for the vote.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Jim Meeks,
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse,
Yes.
Stanley Little Whiteman,
Yes.
Chancey Wilson,
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure,
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian,
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller,
Yes.
James Cross,
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald,
Yes.
Robin Tapio, Philip Goodcrow,
No.
David Poyer, Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Jackie Sears,
Ha.
Craig Dillon,
Motion carried on the Election Commission, 16 yes, 1 no, 0 abstain, and 0 not voting. Before you, I was just given the recommendation. How many more do you have? 2 more?
3.
3 more. If you would read what they are, then we can take a vote. Recommendation by our attorney to save time, that we vote on all 3 to put them on.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay?
4, we have 4 items, but the first 3 that I have are, the first one is the bond issue regarding the nursing home. It's the letter of engagement. I'll be forwarding that on. Lynn went to go make copies for everybody. The next one is the Porch Creek loan, authorizing Gary Roos to gather the information, create the packet, and reach out to Porch Creek. And then the third thing that I have is the OST policies and procedures, personnel policies and procedures. And then Robin had something?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a resolution here, and I did go to Finance. I believe last week I approached the Finance Committee on this, and this is a resolution of the Tribal Council of the Oglala Sioux Tribe in support of the Fiji team's fundraising efforts that will request monetary donations from outside entities only for the healing of the land gatherings that are to take place on the reservation. So that's my one item.
That's on there already. Under the president's office.
I was just going to ask, it's
Yeah.
on my agenda. Do we want to wait now, or do you want to put it there, or what?
No, it could stay on yours because it's still on the agenda.
Yeah, it's already there.
Okay.
It's already, I noticed that, but
So I'll make a
thank you.
motion to 2/3 those 3 items that I listed.
Motion to 2/3 all 3 items. Seconded by Richard Greenwald. Call for the vote, please.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Jim Meeks,
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse,
Yes.
Stanley Little Whiteman,
Yes.
Chancey Wilson,
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure,
Yes.
Valentina Mardanian,
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller,
Yes.
James Cross,
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo,
Yes.
Richard Greenwell,
Yes.
Robin Tapio,
Huh?
Philip Goodcrow,
Out.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Huh?
Jackie Sears,
Huh?
Craig Dillon.
Motion carried on all 3 issues of 16 yes, 1 no, 0 abstained, 0 not voting. Thank you, council. And that's the last for finance.
Yes, thank you, Chairman.
Law and order.
Just have one item, and that is to confirm the appointment of Kimberly Craven as special judge pursuant to resolution number 17-47XB. Motion.
Motion by Stanley Little White Man. Do we have a second?
Do we have the resolution? I don't have that one.
Yeah. Seconded, copies are being made, seconded by Cora Whitehorse. Call for the vote.
Yeah.
Jim Meeks,
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse,
Yes.
Stanley Little Whiteman,
Yes.
Chancey Wilson,
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure,
No.
Valentina Mardanian. No. Lydia Bearkiller,
Yes.
James Cross,
No.
Ella Giancarlo,
No.
Richard Greenwell,
No.
Robin Tapio,
Here.
Philip Goodcrow,
Out.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Here.
Jackie Sears,
Here.
Craig Dillon,
Yes.
Motion did fail. 8 yes, 9 no, 0 abstain, 0 not voting. So we move on.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Land Committee.
Morning. We almost spilled the coffee here. We have 3, resolution of Oglala Sioux Tribal Council approving the cooperative agreement between the Oglala Sioux Tribe Parks and Recreation Authority, Osato Game Fish and Parks Department. Resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council directing the Bureau of Indian Affairs Great Plains Region Office to allow the Oglala Sioux Tribe Land Office to access Trust Accounting Asset Management System, TAMS, immediately. Oglala, in the ordinance of the Oglala Tribal Council establishing revised terms and conditions of the application regulations for grazing permit contracts. With that, I so move.
Motion by David Poyer, seconded by Chancey Wilson. Secretary, call for the vote, please.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Jim Meeks. Cora Whitehorse,
Yes.
Stanley Little Whiteman,
Yes.
Chancey Wilson,
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure,
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian,
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller,
Yes.
James Cross,
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald,
Yes.
Robin Tapio, Philip Goodcrow, David Poyer,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Jackie Sears,
Ha.
Craig Dillon,
No. It's not emergency. Too early this way.
Motion carried. 15 yes, 1 no, 0 abstain, and 1 not voting. Is that it for the Land Committee? David Poyer, is that it? Okay, thank you. HHS,
Thank you, Chair. HHS has 4 two-third agenda items. I'll just go all through for all 4. Resolution of the Ross Tribal Council requesting the IHS Acting Area Director release all pertinent information on tribal shares, functions, and activities that are contractable by the Oglala Sioux Tribe, Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Second, resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council that the Oglala Sioux Lakota Housing is approved to submit an Indian Community Development Block grant to provide 5 low-rent units to Medicine Root District. The third one, resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribe in support of the 2017 census for the reservation-wide count. And number 4, resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribe in support of the OST Research and Review Board. A motion.
question before we move on.
Just clarification in regards to the Research and Review Board, is that under the census?
I believe it's the one that we passed last week in Rapid City.
So that it ties into the census?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be just one item.
yeah.
So that's the third one?
That would be the third one on
So you
there.
had the 3.
4 altogether. The other one's separate, it's a different item.
So them last 2, like clarification. Tina Merdanian asked if the 2 are combined or not, and you said
No.
yes.
No, there's one on the census,
One on the census,
and the other one is a separate issue. Yeah.
and the research and review team is a different deal.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good enough. So a motion by Richard Greenwald, seconded by Robin Tapio. Call for the vote.
Blaine Little Thunder,
Yes.
Jim Meeks,
Yep.
Cora Whitehorse,
Yes.
Stanley Little Whiteman.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson. Stephanie Leisure,
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian,
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller,
Yes.
James Cross,
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo,
Yes.
Richard Greenwald,
Yes.
Robin Tapio,
Huh.
Bill Crow,
Oh.
David Poyer, Sonia Little Hawk Weston,
Ha.
Jackie Sears,
Ha.
Craig Dillon,
I guessed.
Okay, all right. Motion carried, 16 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain, and 1 not voting. Thank you, HHS.
Thank you, Chair.
Education? Lydia Bearkiller, education have anything pressing?
No, we didn't get any items.
Okay, so you won't even have any, like, on the agenda? Okay, thank you. Who else is on there? E&BD,
We had a couple resolutions that were supposed to be on the agenda, but as you know, our secretary had a baby on Saturday. And so she was supposed to be in on Monday to try to get those resolutions on. But I'm trying to remember what they were. Maybe some of the committee could help me out with this, but I know there were a resolution to purchase 2 snowplows, brand new snowplows. Another resolution to have Native Sun News as one of the official newspapers for the tribe. And I think that's how far I can go as far as remember. Jackie?
Prior meeting, we were supposed to have LEDCO, the committee, 3.
Yeah. So if we don't have no resolutions, I'll just say we don't have anything for the agenda.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah, favorite babysitter.
We still have one, from what I was told, Land still has one more. Ella John?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everybody. The only problem I have with lumping these all together is, there's some that are emergencies, but there's others that I don't feel are not. So
Do you want to scrutinize them? We're not approved yet.
if you would break that up.
He took them all off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not going to do any of E&BDs.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, they're done. I believe that would be it, wouldn't it? Chauncey Wilson.
Medicine Root has two resolutions that they passed in the district they'd like to forward on to council.
Which ones are they?
There are 2 of them. The first one is resolution of the Medicine Root District Council of the Ogallala Sioux Tribe. The district council had a regular meeting on April 11th, 2017 at the District Service Center. The chairperson opened nominations for the Medicine Root District Secretary and Sergeant at Arms. This action was taken to complete the 5-member executive board for the Medicine Root District Council. Francis Ann Apple was selected for the secretary and Tyrone Bud Red Blanket was selected for the Sergeant at Arms. And then the other one is resolution of the Medicine Root District Council of the Ogallala Sioux Tribe. The Kyle Clinic has received notice from headquarters reported that the funding was approved for the modular for a domestic violence shelter, and if the tribe does not support the proposal plan, the funding may be pulled. The Medicine Root District Council is in support of the Kyle Clinic IHS to use the $961,159.59 to build a domestic violence sexual assault shelter. The Medicine Root District Council is requesting from the HHS committee to leave the $961,159.59 at the Kyle Clinic IHS. Land has been identified next to the Four Directions Clinic and Health Complex.
You just read the resolution.
That was what was in bold. That's the title on it.
Okay. The motion?
Motion to put them on the agenda.
Cora Whitehorse.
I just had a question. I believe HHS took action on that IHS domestic violence money already? Remember a few weeks ago, HHS took action to reassign that money?
Lydia Bearkiller.
I guess the question was that this is tribal money. It became to the tribe, and HHS was looking at options on how we could service our women of the reservation or any and all abused women. So HHS, we did take action, and we also set up a meeting on May 2nd, I think. We're going to try to set it up in Kyle and bring all the entities together to determine what would be the best solution for providing this service for the Oglala Sioux tribe. So that's why it's still on the committee agenda. Thank you.
We're just asking for it to be put on the agenda right now, not debate the whole, to debate the
I
whole
was just going to
thing.
say, we're not going to debate. It's just whether or not to put it on the agenda to debate it.
Okay, so
Seconded by Stanley Little White Man. Call for the vote, please.
So if we was to vote yes for his two appointees and no to the other one, do we vote yes and no?
We will run these separately.
You're gonna make me read them long resolutions again? The first, okay, I'll make a motion to put this, assigning the secretary and sergeant at arms election on the agenda.
Seconded by Stanley. We'll do it separately. You ready? Yeah. Call for the vote.
Lane Little Thunder.
Yes.
Jim Meeks.
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse.
Yes.
Stanley Little White Man.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson.
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure.
Yes.
Valentina Mardanian.
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller.
Yes.
James Cross. Ella Giancarlo.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald.
Yes.
Robin Tapio. Philip Goodcrow.
Oh.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Jackie Sears.
Huh.
Craig Dillon.
Motion unanimous, 17. The next one.
Motion to put on the agenda the domestic violence shelter resolution.
Motion by Chancey Wilson, seconded by Stanley Little White Man. Call for the vote.
Lane Little Thunder.
Yes.
Jim Meeks.
No.
Cora Whitehorse.
No.
Stanley Little White Man.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson.
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure.
Yes.
Valentina Mardanian.
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller.
No.
James Cross.
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald.
Yes.
Robin Tapio.
Yeah. Oh, no, excuse me. I meant, Sorry about that. He was It's all his fault.
Philip Goodcrow.
Oh.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Jackie Sears.
Huh.
Craig Dillon.
Nope.
Yes, 3 no.
Motion carried, 14 yes, 3 no. Dave Poyer.
Mr. Chairman, we got one here, we need to amend a resolution. Resolution amending the drawdown request from the land buyback account, range account, and administrative fees account in the Office of Special Trustee. And I'd like to have Mr. Gunn explain that.
If you would, please.
Those resolutions were made in Oglala, and the Office of Special Trustee has noted certain technical corrections that need to be made, and so we'll bring back 3 resolutions amending those requests.
Now,
Yes,
separately.
yes.
If you would, please. Go ahead.
One will be resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council requesting drawdown of funds from account number PL 7274704, held by the Office of Trust Funds Management within the Office of Special Trustee for American Indians, Department of the Interior, in the amount of $160,000.
You want to do all three?
Okay. The second one is resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council requesting drawdown of funds from the land buyback account, account number PL 100270015, held by the Office of Trust Funds Management within the Office of the Special Trustee for American Indians, Department of the Interior, in the amount of $82,695. And the last one is resolution of the Oglala Sioux Tribal Council requesting drawdown of funds from account number PL 7274704, held by the Office of Trust Funds Management within the Office of the Special Trustee for American Indians, Department of the Interior. That's it.
Motion by Dave Puyer. Seconded by Jim Meeks. Call for the vote, please.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Jim Meeks.
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse.
Yes.
Stanley Little White Man.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson.
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure.
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian.
Yes.
Lydia Bear Killer. James Cross.
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald.
Yes.
Robin Tapio. Philip Goodcrow.
Oh.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Jackie Sears.
Huh.
Craig Dillon.
Motion carried on the 3 for land. On the drawdowns, 16 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain, and 1 not voting. Thank you, council. And I recognize Lisa Jumping Eagle De Leon at 11:40. Good morning.
Chairman, can you get the floor from Mr. Gunn here?
Yes.
There's a fourth resolution for land on a drawdown on the Lessert account. And we'll have that. The Lessert land purchase.
Motion by Dave Puyer. Seconded by Jim Meeks. Call for the vote, please.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Jim Meeks.
Yes.
Cora Whitehorse.
Yes.
Stanley Little White Man.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson.
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure.
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian.
Yes.
Lydia Bear Killer. James Cross.
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo.
Yes.
Richard Greenwald.
Yes.
Robin Tapio.
Ha.
Philip Goodcrow.
Oh.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Jackie Sears.
Huh.
Lisa Jumping Eagle De Leon.
Oha.
Craig Dillon.
Yes, ma'am.
Seventeen yes, and one not voting.
Motion carried on the 4th, on the lesser land, 17 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain, and 1 not voting. Are we good now? Hold on 1 second. Chancey, Stanley, and then James.
You know, we tabled the prosecutors yesterday. Are we going to go ahead and finish them sometime? Or put them on, add them to the agenda?
That was going to be my same question. Where would we put them on the agenda?
Well, we need to two-thirds them on. That's why I was asking you what you needed to, is that all you had in land?
Len?
I mean, law and order, I'm sorry.
We could put that on the agenda now. That was an oversight.
We can move them to the front.
Okay,
Well, we need to have them two-thirds done.
okay. Motion 2/3 prosecutors from yesterday's agenda.
Motion by Stanley Little White Man, seconded by Chancey Wilson. Call for the vote.
Blaine Little Thunder.
Yes.
Jim Meeks.
Yes.
Cora White Horse.
Yes.
Stanley Little White Man.
Yes.
Chancey Wilson.
Yes.
Stephanie Leisure.
Yes.
Valentina Merdanian.
Yes.
Lydia Bearkiller. James Cross.
Yes.
Ella Giancarlo.
Yes.
Richard Greenwell.
Yes.
Robin Tapio.
Huh.
Philip Goodcrow.
Nope.
David Puyer. Sonia Little Hawk Weston.
Ha.
Jackie Sears.
Ha.
Lisa Jumping Eagle DeLeon.
Aha.
Craig Dillon.
Yes.
17 yes, 1 not voting.
Motion carried, 17 yes and 1 not voting. Is that all? I have 2 more to put onto my agenda. You can say yes, you can say no. First of all, the first one would be a personnel matter that I need confirmed on the Board of Council that is coming from an issue that we could discuss in an executive session, because it is a personnel matter. It's either a yes or no vote. It's just the reporting. Oh, I'm just going to report it? That's all you want me to do? But I think we need to put it on there. I really do. So we'll just do that. I can put that on there for the end, and then we won't have to have any more discussion about it. I'll put it at the end of mine. Okay? All right? Well, with that, we can begin our process to. We need to do this other one? This second one, we need to go into executive right now. Okay, before we approve this agenda. Okay, James.
It was brought to my attention, one of the other items that was on EB&D was a co-vice chair for the EB&D committee, but I think.
I don't believe it's
We can
a
just wait till
two-thirds.
next month on that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you. We need to go into executive session on this right now before we approve our agenda. Okay? I will declare that at 11:47.